on this channel. So we will continue our discussion on understanding the vibrations of the different numbers. The number which we are going to discuss today is the number 5, and we will have our discussion on the same parameters as it has been written in front of you, which we have been following throughout in this series. So before we'll start our discussion, just a quick recap of all what we have studied so far. What we are trying to do is that we are trying to study the laws of nature on the basis of these numbers only. Like the way I always say, the effect of the planets can be easily studied just by even looking at your face. I have met all those kind of psychics, all those astrologers who just by looking at your face can tell about your ascendant. And I have even met all those psychics, all those palmists who just by looking at your palm can even draw your birth chart. So all these sciences can be still seen as very complicated, but when it comes to numerology, it is the most easiest form of determining the forthcoming events, determining someone's personality in order to do the business compatibility, the marriage compatibility. So by just knowing the planetary influence in the form of the numbers, you will be able to easily determine which numbers have a major say in your life. By increasing the vibration, by increasing the occurrences of those numbers, you can make your life in harmony with the universal vibrations. So all of that we have already discussed in the introductory video, and we have already discussed the previous numbers, like the way number 1, which is being represented by the planet Sun, which tells about the authority, the leadership qualities, courageousness along with enthusiasm. Number 2 is being ruled by the planet Moon, which tells about the peace, partnership, spirituality, diplomacy. Number 3 is ruled by the planet Jupiter, which tells about the optimism, cheerfulness, artistic creative talents. It is considered as a very lucky number. When it comes to the number 4, just previous to it was the number which is being ruled by the planet Rahu and Uranus, which is all about the hard work, practicality, eye for details. So all of that we have already discussed in the previous videos. Now we will start our discussion fresh on this number 5. So the first thing is about the ruling planet. So this number, the vibration of the number 5, if you're feeling that in your life, in your occupation, all around you, so this number is being ruled by the planet Mercury. Now, as you people know, that Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system, which is a significator of quickness in thought, about the intelligence. Mercury also rules your intelligence, your speech, your oratory skills, business acumen, scientific bent of mind. So all these are the qualities which you can find infusing from the ruling planet Mercury in the vibration, in the energy of this number 5. Mercury is the planet which gets exalted in its own sign only. Mercury is can also be seen as, just because it is a very curious planet, it just takes someone to even foreign lands. All kind of travels can also be seen with that. Good argumentative skills, good debating skills. So all these are the qualities of Mercury which you will find infused in the vibrations of the number 5. So when it comes to the positive side of the number 5, so this is a number of dynamism, this is a number of full of the energy, this is also a number of adventure, quick wit, good sense of humor, all kind of adventure, all kind of even the sexual overtures, sexuality. So all those are the positive sides which you will find inherent in the vibration of this number 5. Right now we are not concerned about whether this number is the total of your complete birth details in the form of the life path, or whether this number is the total of your name, which is known as the destiny number. Nor we are concerned about whether it's the heart number or the personality number. Right now we are just concerned about that what shall come to your mind just by looking at this and just by hearing the number 5, the vibration of the 5. So in the positive aspect, all kind of business talents, ability to learn different foreign languages, curiosity, foreign travels, quick wit, good sense of humor, good oratory skills. So all these are the qualities which you will find inherent in the positive aspect on the vibration of the number 5. When it comes to its negative aspect, so just because these people tend to remain, and the vibration of number 5 is very changeable, is very restless. So you might find these people, they have this knack for quick gain, which takes them towards the speculation, towards the uncertain risky venture. Now that is a different thing, just because these people have the dynamism, these people have a good foresight, these people are intelligent, these people are the risk takers, but still not every time risk remains to be well anticipated, well calculated. So those kind of situation can lead to the losses. So too much of the inclination towards the gambling, speculation has been seen. Apart from that, extravagant nature has been seen. Too much of the talkativeness, little bit of the extravagance nature I have already explained, and these are the qualities which remains to be the negative aspect of the number 5. And just because same like the number 2, which was the moon, these people also tend to remain very changeable, which at the end makes these people the jack of all trades rather than making a perfectionist in any one chosen field, because they keep on changing their occupation, their job very frequently. When it comes to the destructive, the extreme negative, so like the way I always say, these, even in your palm, the Mercury and the Saturn are the two bad guys who are always on the verge, who are most vulnerable towards crossing the line and becoming the bad guys. So when it comes to the destructive aspect, so all kind of indulgence, too much of the inclination to in sex, drugs, drinking, and just because Mercury, which is ruling the number 5, also controls your nervous system, so a little bit of the mental unrest state. So all these tend to remain to be the extreme destructive side of the number 5, which can just make the person highly extremely indulgent. Now whether in the form of the woman, alcohol, sex, gambling, but all those tend to remain to be the extreme destructive side of the number 5. It holds the potential for all of that. When it comes to the personal side, so these people are a kind of the life of the party. These people whomsoever they are in relationship with, even if in your home as well, if someone who will be strongly into the vibration of the number 5, person will have a very good sense of humor, he'll be very quick witted, he'll be very intelligent, and the most important thing is that these people tend to remain very adaptable, very flexible. Even if they are talking to a child, they might take their intellect level to that age, at par to that child. If they are talking to someone who is very youth, they will talk very vibrant, filled with energy, they will talk to that person. And let's say for example, if they are talking to some old person, so their talks will show all kind of wisdom, all kind of maturity. So they are very flexible, they are quick witted, good conversationalist. The only problem is that in their personal relationship, that you should be, first of all, you should not come across very dull. Second thing is that you should not have a very restricting nature. You should be adjustable, you should be flexible. When it comes to the opportunities and the vocation, so whenever you have to judge, whether in the form of the numerology, palmistry, astrology, you should first understand the keywords which that entity represent. So just because we are discussing the number 5, which is a number of changeability, which is a number of good conversational abilities, which is a number of intelligence, which is a number of risk taking abilities, so all the occupation related to the media, publishing, journalism, writing comes under the purview of the vibration of the number 5. Apart from that, the judiciary, anything related to law, right from a clerk or an accountant working in the court to the highest designation of the judge, comes under the purview of this number. The banking profession, the teaching profession, the language translators, so all those will come as the governing vocation, which is being governed by the number 5, the vibration of the number 5. And the best part is when it comes to the financial aspect, these people have the capacity to earn humongous, the tremendous amount of wealth. Just because what do you need to earn the money in this today's day and age? You need to be very well versed in making relationship, becoming friends with people. You should be very well versed in taking the risk and anticipating the market, the trend in the industry, in the governing field, whichever you are in. So all these things remain very infused to the in a very good quantity in the vibration of the number 5, so which doesn't create any problem in the path of these people's success. When it comes to the body organs and the diseases, so the body organs governed by the number 5 are, first of all, the speech organs, the respiratory system, the nerves. When it comes to the diseases which these people are very vulnerable to, so first thing is anything related to the the gastritis, the constipation, the weakness, weak memory, restlessness of the mind, headache, so all these, the blood pressure, so all these are remain to be the problems which these 5 people or 5 governed people tend to remain very vulnerable. When it comes to the compatible numbers, the most important part of any discussion, so I will not resort to just closing that on the basis of astrology only, that just because we know that Mercury is friendly with Sun, with Venus, with Rahu and Ketu, it's neutral with Jupiter and Mars, and it's inimical towards moon. So it's not like that. You need to get into the nitty-gritty of that. So the first thing is, let's do it one by one. The compatibility of the number 5 with the number 1. So that can be seen as a harmonious match when it comes to on 3 levels: friendship, business partnership, and the marriage. So a relationship of a 5 number governed by Mercury can get along well with the number 1 governed by the planet Sun, because 1 is all about the independence, which is also about the good luck, about the fortune, about a good social friend circle. So all these are the qualities which even a 5 person wants. He doesn't want to live in isolation like the previous number, which was the number 4. They want to have happy-go-lucky environment around them, which they get with a compatible match with the number 1. The only problem is the business partnership still can thrive. The only problem comes in the marriage, because the 5 is a number which still wants little bit of the attention, and the 1 number is very little bit egoistic, has lot of pride. So if the 1 is a man and 5 is a woman, there can be little bit of the problem. The best ideal match is if 1 is a woman and 5 is a man. That would be an ideal match. When it comes to the compatibility of the number 5 with the number 2, that will not be considered as an ideal match, because they both will tend to remain very changeable, very fickle. And the problem is that a match of 5 and 2 can be considered as very good for playing tricks, for playing the pranks. But when it comes to the serious friendship, the serious business partnership, a marriage, a bond of marriage, that is not considered as a very ideal match. When it comes to the compatibility of the number 5 with the number 3, there you will get the best match. Both are very fortunate numbers. The number 3 is a very fortunate number, and the best part is that even 3 is all about the cheerfulness, optimism, having a gala time, having good friend circle, which all the things which even 5 strives for. So a good bond in the form of the friendship, in the form of the business partnership, in the form of the marriage can be seen in 5 and the number 3. When it comes to the combination of the number 5 with the number 4, that is still not considered as a very auspicious match on all the 3 levels, be it the friendship, business partnership, or the marriage, because 5 is a changeable number. 4 is all about the sudden events, unexpected events, is not considered as an ideal match. When it comes to the match of a number 5 with the fellow number 5, like the way so far I have been saying this thing in this series, that the like numbers just make each other very relaxed and very inactive, but that is not the case in the compatibility of the 5 with another 5, because they both are going to make each other very dynamic. They both are going to push each other to the limits in the form of the attainment of the goals. So whether in the form of having some political goals and agenda in their mind to fulfill, or whether some business tactics or business material goals to accomplish, these two numbers, 5 with a fellow 5, is going to excel in all of that, in all the 3 levels, be it the friendship, be it the business partnership, or be it the marriage. When it comes to the number 5 and the number 6, 6 is a number ruled by the Venus, which is all about the love, about the harmony, about the domestic grace. So a compatibility can be foreseen with the number 5 and the number 6, but the only problem is that the marriage will tend to remain on a mediocre level, but still the friendship and the business partnership will thrive if 5 is a number which is very active. 6 is a number which is little bit passive, so it will get a proper boost from the number 5. 6, there is all about love, universal love, compassion, so it will get this in this partnership. 6 will derive the practicality from the number 5, making it an ideal match. When it comes to the compatibility of the number 5 and the number 7, it is not considered as a very ideal match from all the levels of friendship, business partnership, or of the marriage, because lots of self-loathing, lots of blame game can happen, pushing themselves to the wrong directions. So all those kind of signification can be expected, because number 7 is ruled by the Ketu. Ketu is a planet which doesn't have a head. It's a headless body, and Mercury, there is little bit of the fear of deception, selfishness, so this is not considered as a very ideal match. When it comes to a bond with the number 5 and the number 8, that is still not considered as a very ideal match. That can be still considered as a very mediocre match, because 8 is about the 5 is all about getting the desired attention, and 8 is little bit passive in its attitude. 8 is little bit about the discipline, about the material security. So a very mediocre match can be seen in all the forms, within the marriage, in the the friendship, or the business partnership. When it comes to a match with the number 5 and the number 9, that is again still considered as a very mediocre match, both in the form of the friendship, in the form of the business partnership, or in the form of the marriage. When it comes to about the lucky colors, gemstones and the lucky metal, so lucky metal for the number 5 vibration is the gold. When it comes to the lucky gemstones which you can think of wearing in order to imbibe and increase the energy and the vibrations of the number 5, so that is the emerald. When it comes to the lucky colors, so white, green and turquoise are the colors which you can think of adding in your wardrobe, in all around your your interior, your surrounding, in order to increase the vibration and the energy of the number 5 in your life. So this is all what I wanted to say as my take on the vibrations of the number 5. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on numerology, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.